Hello, welcome to Cracking the Cryptic, and it's Eurovision Song Contest night tonight. So, what is the Eurovision Song Contest for those who aren't in Europe? It's a very hard thing to explain. It is a contest, it's exactly what it says on the tin. It's a contest watched across Europe for the best song. Now, it's obviously divided into nations, so the nations compete. Some nations outside Europe get invited in, like Israel and Australia. I don't really know why, but there it is. And then the competition gets hosted by whoever won it last time. There are so many countries wanting to enter that they have to have some semi-finals now, so you get down to about a mere 25 songs on the night or something, and then they all get ranked and rated by juries from each country that is competing and by a public vote now. That's a late addition. So the title of this puzzle, United Kingdom 12 points, refers to the days, I think, when the announcements of the points were made in both English and French by every jury who sat, and they were the only points counting. And famously, there's a famous phrase, nul point, because I think in the very early days you actually announced the countries to which you'd given no points at all. But 12 points was the maximum, 12 points was the maximum you could award at that time. It may still be. I know a famous fact, which is that, so the Eurovision Song Contest has, for some reason, it's kind of got to have songs written specially for it, and they don't tend to be songs of the absolute first water musically. So for it to throw up big groups or hits is quite rare. But back in probably the very beginning of the 80s or the end of the 70s, ABBA sang Waterloo, and it became huge. But the BBC, not the BBC, the United Kingdom jury gave them nul point, no points, which is an embarrassment. There you go. They didn't appreciate the song on the night. And that was that. Now, you would think, I was going to say, it has become a competition where the outlandish is absolutely normal. The flamboyant, the bizarre. Countries are always trying to make an impression by doing something remarkable in their song or their performance. And a lot of people absolutely love this. A lot of people think it detracts from the musicality of the evening, which has never been at the highest, is what I want to say. Anyway, anytime something like this happens through Europe or indeed in the world, somebody sends us a puzzle commemorating it, it seems. And when it's in Europe, that is normally Olimar. So you'll be amazed that this puzzle isn't by Olimar, but I'm only messing with you, because it is, of course, by Olimar. Well, you may think he's drawn the number, given that this is called 12 points, you may think he's drawn the number 12 in the dots in the grid. But look at these. I think he's actually drawn 1:2 because of the black dot ratio. I don't know. I think that's what's going on. There is also a pun on king in the title, United Kingdom 12 points, because there's a king's move rule in the puzzle. I will get to the puzzle in a moment. It is always great to have Olimar send us a commemorative puzzle, and I look forward to giving it a go. I will do the rules in a moment. First of all, don't forget that if you love good puzzles, who doesn't, then check out our Patreon, where Oil and Water by Blobs is the monthly reward, and it's excellent. You will enjoy that. It's really quality stuff. There's still a chance to enter it before the 20th, just about. Give it a try. We've also got other things on Patreon like crosswords and connections videos. They're all good, of course they are. So are our apps, which do feature Domino Sudoku, which has a lot of Cryptic in it. And Chess Sudoku, which has a lot of King's moves in it. And of course the latest Fog of War Sudoku. There's also our merchandise, including the 2025 t-shirt and SVEN'S SUDOKU PAD. They're all linked under the video in the description field, but the first link is to United Kingdom 12 points by Olimar. And I'm going to read the rules. So, normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 will go in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Digits, a king's move in chess apart, must be different. So I've missed a king here to remind me, should I forget that salient fact. That means that those two cells couldn't be the same and those two couldn't be the same. I mean, the king's move also means that those two couldn't be the same, but normal Sudoku takes care of that anyway. Black dots indicate digits in a 1 to 2 ratio, so one is double the other. White dots indicate consecutive digits, so a difference of 1. Not all dots are necessarily given. Give it a try on that first link under the video. I'm going to restart now and say, let's get cracking. So we've got a column with 3 black dots in. We've got 2 columns with 3 black dots in. Okay, there is a limited set of digits that can appear on a black dot in a regular Kropki Sudoku. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 are those digits, and that leaves 5, 7, and 9, 3 other digits which can't. So in these columns, I think 5, 7, and 9 are predetermined on the non-black cells. And in this cell in particular, you can't put a 9 because the neighbours would have to both be 8s and they see each other. So that's 5 or 7. The digits either side are 4, 6, or 8 by the 1 difference rule. And that means that the 1 in this column is not on either of these black dots. It must be on this black dot with a 2. These others are a 3, 4, 6, 8 quad. And we can use this white dot to determine how that falls out at the top at least. Because 1 or 2 consecutive to 3, 4, 6, or 8 means that we know. This is a nice start. We actually get some digits in the grid. Then down here, can we do this white dot? No, this is either a sequence of 6, 7, 8 or 6, 5, 4. Okay, let's have a look over this side where we don't get that helpful digit in the middle. We do get a white dot in the middle. Okay, this is on a white dot as well. This is an even digit because it's connected to an odd digit by a white dot. On a white dot, the difference of 1 always means 1 is odd and 1 is even. So that too is looking at that cell, which is 4, 6, or 8. Now it is worth mentioning that there is one black dot combination that can't appear in this column because 2, 4 is a black dot combination. But if that appeared on one of these black dots, then you couldn't use 1 and 8 on the other ones. So these divide up into a 1, 2 pair, a 3, 6 pair, and a 4, 8 pair. And this one is not the 1, 2 pair. So this digit is either 8, 4, or 3, but it can't be 3 because of that. So we've found the 4, 8 pair. The other digits are from 1, 2, 3, 6. Now we get to use this white dot. How do we connect that cell to that cell with a difference of 1? I think they have to be 4 and 3. They definitely do. That's an 8. That's not a 5. This is a 6. These are a 2, 1 pair that I can't disambiguate. And we got this 5, 7, or 9 at the bottom. So this is even. And it's not 2 now. 4, 6, or 8. That leaves this being 8 or 4. Remember the 2's gone. Or 3. Okay. Now, trying not to forget the king's move. Haven't used it at all yet. You never know when it might suddenly come in handy. Okay, there's a 6. Here we go. Here it is. Where's 6 in this row? I know exactly, thanks to the king's move and the black dot rule. So we've got 6 there and 6 there. 6 can't be here by the king's move. It can't be here because that would be 3 on the black dot. So it's there. I was going to rule 6 out of this cell, but I can't. Okay, so maybe that's all the king's move did for us immediately there. I can see that neither of these is a 4. That one by king's move and this one because it can't connect to 2 or 8. Probably not very interesting. Oh, let's just have a look at this cell. This sees 6, 3 and 4. Remember that set of black dot possible digits? They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. So this is 1, 2 or 8. And we can immediately rule out 1 because it comes in between two dot partners that see each other. And I learnt the hard way in a Sam Cappleman-Lynes puzzle that 1 can't do that because it would have 2 on both sides, whatever the colour of the dot. Now, that means this is odd. 1, 7 or 9 can't be 3. This is a 4. 2 connects to 1 or 4, 8 connects to 4, and we've had 1 in the box. So that's a definite 4. This is 3 or 5 by white dot rules. Well, that's a nice start. We've got going. I have a feeling it's going to grind to a halt given Olimar's proclivities. This black dot digit doesn't have a 4 on, so it's either 1, 2 or 3, 6. This black dot digit is either 1, well no, it's from the 1, 2, 4, 8 family. This could even be 2, 4, I think. This digit can't be a 1 though, because it's in between two dots that see each other. That one could be a 1 if this went 1, 2, 3. Now, I'm trying not to forget the king's move. I'm not sure what impact it has at the moment. Not much. This digit can be a 1. I think 1, 3 or 6 are the candidates, so this is 2, 3 or 6. If that's a 3, 6 pair, this is definitely a 5, thanks to the king's move. What about this? Oh, this is odd. Is that, I'm not going to colour. Am I going to colour the cells? I'm not planning to colour the cells. This is odd, but it could be any odd digit. These ones don't have 1 or 2 in. They're not a 3, 4 pair because that would break this black dot. They're not a 4, 5 pair either actually, because this digit would have to be 6 or 3 if that was a 4, 5 pair. Just imagine either sequence. This is a sequence of 3. So these are selected from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That much we now know. This digit, therefore, is 5, 7, 8, or 9. It can't be 4. Oh, 6 by king's move can't be there. So 5 can't be here anymore. And it can't be anywhere. It can't be here because it would be between 4 and 6. And now it can't be here because that doesn't reach the threshold. So this is either 6, 7, 8 or 7, 8, 9 with a 7 or 8 in the middle. Actually, this digit, there's something this can't be. It's 8. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Does that make one of these have to be a 7 or something? No, I'm not sure. I don't know. Okay, 5, 7s and 9s. Can we colour them? This is certainly the hardest point of the puzzle so far. I mean, I could just be missing something. Well, okay, I'm going to colour that cell. Let's make that yellow. Where does that appear in this box? It's quite interesting, actually. It's got to be in one of those two cells because this sees those and the pencil marking in these cells doesn't allow 5, 7 or 9 to be in them. Well, the black dots in them don't. It could obviously be there. Oh, but that's quite interesting. Where would it then go in box 5? Because that cell sees all of these. So if that was yellow, this would be yellow. And it would be 7 or 9. And this would be 8. But no, that's brilliant. Okay. This can't be yellow, I've just worked out, because it would have to go there in box 5. It's 7 or 9 at that point, because it's obviously 5, 7 or 9 down here and 1, 7 or 9 here. But that would mean both of these cells in box 5 had to be an 8, and they're not. Well, they're obviously not both an 8. So that is not yellow. This is yellow. 5, 7 or 9. That's quite a good spot. I mean, that could be on the path. It's certainly valid, but it's difficult. Now, I'll tell you what that means. One of these 3 is yellow in box 2, and they all see that cell, including by king's move. So where's yellow in this column? It's not there. It's clearly not in those pencil marked cells. It can't be in this box. It's in one of these 3. And wow, the only way it can be in one of these 3 now is if it's specifically in those 2 cells. So it can't be in either of those. Well, it can't be there, yellow, because that's pencil marked wrong. It now can't be there because it must be in one of these 3. So in box 5, it's in one of those 2 cells, and it's therefore not here. And that's quite interesting. It's therefore not 7, because 7 is definitely in this sequence of either 6, 7, 8 or 7, 8, 9. So we can rule 7 out of that cell, and that doesn't get us any progress in the corner. I don't think. I mean, it's interesting. Then there's another yellow somewhere up here. I don't think we can do anything else, annoyingly. Yellow's in one of those cells. I'm going to mark it in box 2. I suppose one of those cells in box 7. Wow, I mean, that was really interesting, but annoyingly, it kind of petered out eventually. If that's yellow, it's definitely a 5. I don't see what that means. Am I being led off down a rabbit hole and there's something easy to do? I don't know. I can't tell that kind of thing. If that's 6, 7, 8, this has to be 2, 1. Oh, weirdly, if that's 7, 8, 9, these digits come from 1, 2 and 5, and then this can't be 1, 2. So if that's 7, 8, 9, this is 3, 6. Oh, I've just noticed 4 in column 7 is either there or there. Wow, how are we going to make any further progress? We've had 3 even digits in this row. Do we know anything about it? It's not 1, 2, 3, 4 or 8, this cell. White dot says this is not 6. Oh, this can't be 5, actually, because this can't be 6 or 4. So we have got that quite limited. This is now, could be 5, 7, 8 or 9. Well, okay, not that limited. This is either 1, 2 or 3, 6. If it's a 1, 2 pair, Then 1 and 2 must be in this group of cells. I was thinking if 1 is in that pair, it grabs 2 onto its life raft with it. But if it's there, this could be a 2-4 pair. If that's 3, this is a 1-2 pair. And then this goes 8. 3, 4, 8, 1, 2. I don't know what I'm looking for really at the moment. I'm getting a bit confused here. If that is a 9, this is 8, 4. This nearly fails, but it would be 6, 7. Then you'd have a 3, 5 pair in these cells. This black dot can't be 3, 6. This digit is not a 4, so it's 1, 2, or 8. If it's... Does that narrow this down? Not really, no. Oh, it can't be 8. It narrows it down a little bit. Gosh, I'm sorry, I don't know really what I'm looking for at this stage. If that is 3, 6, this can't be 6, so this would have to be the 7, 8, 9 group that puts 1 of 1 or 2 there and makes this 3, 6. So if this is 3, 6, this is 3, 6. And for both reasons, that's a 5. I don't know, I'm getting a bit stuck. The yellow thing was really interesting. I thought that was going to lead to all sorts of other colouring of 5, 7, 9s, but yellow being there would have been better in a way, because that would have been a 5, 7, 9 triple. I mean, it might still be a 5, 7, 9 triple, but I can't use it, I don't think, and I'm not going to try. That digit, if it's a 7, there's a 7 down here. That's not interesting. That 1 or 2 has to be, well, it could be there. It's all to do with these black dots, I think. I'm tempted to say if that's a 1-2 pair, then we've got a deadly pattern, so it won't be. But A, we don't use uniqueness, and B, the king's move could rule out a deadly pattern, could fix it. So there's no such thing as a deadly pattern in this puzzle, probably. Right, have I just left some pencil marking in that's ridiculous somewhere because of the king's move? That's very, very plausible. Or there's this cell. This is also not 1, 2, 3, 4, or 8. 5, 6, 7, or 9, but the trouble is that could be 6. 6 can only be in one of those 3 cells in box 9, and they all see this cell, so that can't be 6. So the only places for 6 in column 6, just like 4 in column 7, are at the top and bottom. That's quite interesting. And what does that mean for column 7? Oh, no, the bottom is impossible. Sorry, it's different. In column 7, 4 is at the top or bottom. But in column 6, 6 is either in the black dot or there. Oh, well, that's a bit interesting. Right, if 6 was there, this digit, well, this is 1, 2, this is an 8. This digit couldn't be 6. I can't quite rule it out. I feel like I'm being a little dense. Oh, here's a thought. What if this is 1, 2, 4, or 8? Then they're a quad. And there would be a 1, 2, 8 triple here. So this is quite unlikely. That would leave 5, 7, and 9 in those cells in row 4. Does that do anything for me? I don't know what we're scouting around trying to find here. Oh, and this white dot, I haven't really pencil marked that or done anything with it. And I just don't know what it's doing. Okay, I'm missing a trick here somewhere. 1, 2, there. And they are, no, kings, it's got to be to do with the king's move, hasn't it? It always is when you can't see how to get something done. If that was 1 and 2, that would be 3. This would not be able to be 3, 6. This would have to be a 1, 2 pair. And that would be 1, 2. This would be 1 again. That would be 8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I can't see what that does. 6 would end up in one of these cells and have to be here. Oh, that would make this 7 and that 8. And does that do anything? Oh, 4 is definitely in one of these cells. That's just Sudoku. So 1 isn't. There's got to be a 4 there. Now this is a 2, 4, 8 triple. 2, 4, 8, 6, 3. So the other digits are from 1, 5, 7, 9. And if 8 is there, 8 must be here in column 6. And that would put 6 down the bottom. What does that do? 4, 2, 1. Impossible. Right. What did I just say? I said if 8 was there. No, I got it wrong, didn't I? Because I thought it put 6 down the bottom. It doesn't. It puts 6 into that pair. That's what it does. Oh, bother. 8 there makes that 6, 3. This is 2. That's 5. And then that's just from 1, 7, 9, as are those two. And that doesn't quite do anything, although it has a bit of an impact on that cell. Oh, rats. Sorry, I thought I was onto something there, and I totally wasn't. If 8 was there, 8 would be there. That would put 8 in one of these cells. It's just not interesting. It would make that 2. Oh, it would make... Okay, 8 being here would make that 2 and that 1. And that would put 1 over this side. And 2, actually. There's no negative constraint, but that would force this to be a 1, 2 pair. That was 8. That would force this to be a 1, 2 pair by a chain of consequence, which is surprising and elastic, but is definitely there. But I don't know. Okay, so let's say that was 2, 4 instead, because that's the alternative. That would be 8. This would be 7 or 9. This would be 2, 4. There'd be a 2 somewhere down here. But I find that a confusing digit to figure out as well. Oh, we get so close. Okay, let's think about something else. 2 here forces a 1 there. And that makes this 1 or 8 and this 2 or 4. 2 here forces a 1 there. This would be 1 or 8. 6, 3, 2, 4. 2 there. Does that do anything else? It makes this a 3, 6 pair and that a 5. 2 there. It's most interesting because 2 and 1 there force 2 and 1 out here and make that a 2, 1 pair. Then 1 and 2 would both be up here as well. I mean, it needs some consideration, this is 2, 1 feels very pressured here. 2, 1 there. This would be 3, 6, 4, 5. we'd have 8, 7 and 9 to place. 8 at the top, and this would be a 7-9 pair. Now, that's quite an interesting 7-9 pair in respect of this triple, this sequence. Oh, and also you'd have a 5-7-9 pair here. And what are we saying? We're saying with a 2 here, we'd have 3, 6. So we'd have 1 and 2 in these cells. Oh, that's also quite interesting. This would be 4, 8. So there'd be a 4-2 connection here. That would be 1. Oh. Almost getting to the point of eliminating 2 in row 6 that way, but it doesn't quite happen. Okay, this definitely needs a bit more thought though. Something is happening here. I wish it was happening a bit better. Oh, come on, 4-2-1 there. This wouldn't be 1. 1 would definitely turn into this cell, I think. Yeah, it would. Oh no. No, maybe 8 is the problem instead. That makes that definitely odd. 8 there. I just don't know. I just don't know what it does. And I'm apologetic about that, but I can't tell. We've got a 3 over here. Could we have a 4? Or, oh my goodness, I just can't see anything. I can't see what's going on. Oh, here's a thought. If that was 5, this would be 4. And that makes this 4. Because of the knight's move between those two. So if that's 5, that's 4. And I haven't thought about this yet. That puts 4 over here and forces this to be a 1-2 pair. Is that interesting? 5 there with a 4 there. We've got a 1-2 pair here as a result. Oh, whatever this digit is this yellow? It could be yellow. Whatever it is, it's going to end up in one of those 2 places. I've only just seen that for the first time. Or is it just the fact that we know yellow's here? If it was a 9, that would be 8, 7, 6, and that would be 2, 1. And then we'd have 3 and 4 at the top and bottom. And if this was 8, 7, 6, this would be a 4, 8 pair. And we'd have to have 3 at the bottom. Now, something interesting has happened there. If this was 8, 7, 6, that would be a 2, 1 pair. We'd have 4 at the top. Because with 8, 7, 6 here, we couldn't have 6 in the corner. That would be 4, 8. That would be 9. We'd have 7, 6, 4, 8, 9, 1, 2. 3 and 5. But 3 would have gone here. So that would become a 5. So if this is 8, 7, 6, that becomes a 5. Let me just check that chain again. 8, 7, 6, 4, 8, 9, and 3, 2 there. That's a 5. Yes. And if this is 9, 8, 7, then these digits, oh, they include one of 1, 2, one of 1 or 2, and maybe 5, or the other of 1 or 2. And it's that possibility that I hadn't thought of. I thought, well, no, hang on. If these are 9, 8, 7, then 8 is there, and this must be a 3, 6 pair. And that has to be 5. 5 is always in one of these 2 cells. That has taken a lot of figuring out, but it is true. Now this isn't 5. Oh, sorry. I'll be back with you in a moment. Well, that was a longer break than expected. So here I am trying to pick up the pieces again. I've still got Mr. King here trying to tell me what to do. Gosh, I don't know where we were. I honestly, yeah, I don't know. But let's try and figure it out. Still. Now down here, if that was 9, this was 8, and this was 4. And then that was 7, 6, 8. I can't see what that does, if anything. One, 2 as a pair there gives us a 1-2 X-wing. Could be resolved by King's move, doesn't have to be a deadly pattern. Oh, I don't know. 8 in row 4 is in one of those 2 positions. No, there's also there. So complete nonsense. If that was a 4, this would also be 4. And then we'd have a 2-8 pair in the row. Oh, we got this yellow, didn't we? Was that going anywhere better? Really doesn't look like it. 7 and 8 are in this group. I mean, these are definitely selected from 1, 2, 5, 9. So the only way for this to be 2-1 is for this to be 9-5 because of the King's move. And then this is 8-7-6, and this is 2-1. And that's 9-5. This is 8-7-6. That's a 6, and this can't be 6. But that doesn't resolve what this. Oh, it does. They can't be a 6 on this, so this is a 4-8 pair then. Oh, that's what forces 3 to the bottom and 4 to the top. So this being 2-1 is quite stressy on the whole puzzle. This becomes 5-9. 4-8 here. You'd have 1s in these positions. One in one of those, that doesn't do anything. 2 would have to be in one of those 2. Oh, where would 2 be in the central column? It would definitely be there. If this was 2, we'd have to have a 2 here. It can't be here because that's odd. And one of those 2, and obviously one of those 2, it's there. I think in this column it would have to be there. It's getting interesting without quite delivering anything. Wow, this is not easy. Oh, well, this is interesting. Hang on. If this cell was 7 or 9, where would that digit go in this box where these would be eliminated? It would have to go here. And that would give us this same old problem of 2 8s in those positions. So this is, oh no, hang on. Yes, that is true if this was 7 or 9. So this is not 7 or 9. This is 1, 3 or 5, and this is not 8 now. I mean, I don't know. Is that going to do anything? Probably not, but it's interesting. Let's just think a little further. If this was 5, there would be nowhere for 5 at all in this box. So that is 1 or 3. If it was 3, no. If it was 1, that would be 1, and both of those would be 2. It's the same story all over again. It's all about where this cell features in this box. Man, that is manic. This can't be 1, because that would have to be 1, and both of those would be 2. Okay, that's right. That's 3. And that's a hard thing to get. Now, 3 is in one of those 2 cells and not here, and therefore this isn't 6. That's not enough. That's not enough. I want more. 3 in this box is in one of, oh, 3 is not on this black dot. That's a 1, 2 black dot. That's going to make a difference. This is 8. Come on. These are not 1s now. 8 there makes this a 2, 4 pair. Let's get rid of the corner mark. This has done stuff. I just need to work it out. That's a 5, 7, 9 triple, so that's 1. That takes 1 out of here. It takes 1 out of here. This is not 8 anymore, so this has to be even and has to be 6. Good, 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 good. Things are beginning to happen a little. A little. I really don't want to get overexcited at this point. 1, 2, 4, 3. There's an 8 in one of those 2 cells. I'm not even pencil marking that yet. Oh, 8 is looking at that cell. That's a 2. This isn't 2. We've got 5, 7, 9, the classic triple to place in row 4. That one is not a 9. So one of these 2 is a 9, and these are not 9s, and now that's a 7, 8 pair. Oh, and this is 6 or 9. This can't be 7 or 8 because it sees both of them. Goodness gracious me. 9 is in one of those 2 cells in the box. 5 is in one of those 2. Oh, why won't that help? Now, I thought when we started undoing this, we would know what this was. This black dot at the top. If that was 6, we'd have 3. Oh, we'd have 9, 8, 7 down there, 5 here. But if that was a 3, this is a 5 as well. That's 9 and 7. 5, 4, 8, 7, 9, 1, 2. We'd need to place 6 down here and 3 up here. This is based on this black dot at the top being 6, 3. And we've ended up with 6 here. That would be 9. Ah, that does... 6 is not possible down here, is it? Remember, there was a 6 sort of pattern there that stopped this being 6. In fact, I can just write 6 into this column now. Oh, goodness gracious. So this is 3 in the box. This is from 5, 7, 9, the eternal triangle. And this is 6 down at the bottom. That makes this 6, 7, 8 on the sequence. This, I was going to say this has become 4, but that 8 doesn't see it. It stopped this being a 3, 6 pair. It's a 4, 8 pair. I can remove the 6 pencil mark. 4, 8, 7, 6, 1, 2. 3, 5, and 9. That is 5 or 9. This is 3. And I think there was some reason this couldn't be 5, because I'd said 5 was in one of these 2 places. But I can't remember what that is. There was some reason this couldn't... I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. I daren't risk that old pencil mark. There was a good reason, and I can't remember it. Never mind. Let's move on. 8763. Right, we do know the black dot at the top now. So 1, 2. That is a weird 1, 2 X-wing. And 1, 2 go up there with not 2 in the middle because of that. That can't be won by King's move. Still got Mr. King telling me what's going on a bit. 8. This is a 4, isn't it? Yes. And one of these, oh, that has become a 5. I was going to go 1 pencil mark can be eliminated. It's better than that. It's just flowing. This is a 2-1 pair. That's going to tell us what that is. 7, 1, 2, 4, 8. These are from, well, 6 has to be there. 3, 5, 9 are the other candidates. Going, oh, 9 is looking at that cell. That's quite a big deal because that is a huge deal. 5, 4, 8. That 4 sees this. 2, 4. That 2 sees this. 1, 2. Then we go up here. 1, 2. This is coming together now. That's a 1. Flanked by 8, 9. What was yellow? Is it 5 or 9? No, I still don't quite know because it could be there. But that's not 5. I don't know what yellow was. Never mind yellow. 3, 4, 7 here. That's not 4 by King's move. 6, 2, 4, 8, 1. This has been quite hard. 8 or 9. Oh, that's a pair. And it's not 8 actually by King's move. It's better than a pair. It's a pair of naked singles. 6, 2, 4, 1, 8, 9 up here. I don't know. Oh, that can't be 1. So 1 is placed, then 2 is placed in box 1. Well, we haven't really had a lot of action at all. This row, that's a 5. Oh, that's quite distressing because my 5 pencil mark that I did earlier, which I thought I believed, has turned out not to be right. I don't know, maybe it was a wider 5 pencil mark than I remember. Oh, I really hope it wasn't right. In which case, I've really played a blinder by ignoring it at this stage. Oh, I don't know, I'm getting very nervous now. 7, 5, 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the corner. That restores my equanimity. 5, 7, 8 here. That's a 4. I hope this is right. I'm so nervous now. 1, 4, 2. 5, 3, 7 here. That one can't be 5 or 7. That's a 3. I'd better get rid of the yellow. Yellow turned out to be 9. It doesn't really matter anymore. Nothing really matters. Anyone can see. That's become a 7. That's a 3. That's a 4. Okay, up at the top. This column. 2, 1, 3, 6, 4. That sees a 5 by King's move. 5 and 9 here. That's a 3. And if I'm right, I'm just going to see if we've obeyed the King's move throughout. 1's not touching each other. 2's not touching each other. 3's the same. 4's the same. 5's the same, even when we put the last one in. 6's not touching each other. 7's are okay. 8's are okay. 9's are okay. Okay, this is the right solution. And that's taken a while. Oh, well, I mean, it says 44 minutes. It felt longer. Probably felt longer to you. That is so clever. Anyway, I'm awarding myself 12 points. I'm awarding Olimar 12 points because that's fabulous. You know, he's come up with this kind of structure of dots. and then coloured them to make it work. Added a little bit of stuff down here to disambiguate, and it's a brilliant puzzle. Brilliant stuff. So I hope that was at least as enjoyable as Eurovision for you, and how could it possibly be? We will see you again tomorrow on the channel. Happy birthday to my brother. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.